friends, Jessica here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you guys an update on all of my heart stuff. So last week I posted a video telling you guys kind of what's going on with my heart situation and how I might have to have surgery, and I was really emotional in that video. So I had my appointment yesterday, so I just wanted to give everybody an update on how my appointment went. So as of right now, he is not referring me in to surgery. After I had my baby, I developed something called postpartum cardiomyopathy, and that just means that the function of my heart weakened. And it has bounced back, but it hasn't bounced back to where it should be. So it's still slightly weak. So I need to, I guess, work on strengthening it. He didn't have a lot of answers for me. My concern in the last video was the actual dilation on my aorta that developed, and it's actually common for people who have a bicuspid valve, which I was born with. So that didn't have anything to do with the postpartum cardiomyopathy, but it was discovered through that process. So I'm actually really lucky to have discovered that because a lot of people don't. But right now, that still looks the same. It hasn't gotten worse. So at this point, I don't have to have surgery, but I will one day have to have surgery. So I'll have to have my valve replaced one day. But he said probably in like 10 years. So that sounds promising, I guess. We'll just have to watch it. And I do take blood pressure medicine. So I don't have high blood pressure. I've never had high blood pressure. But because having high blood pressure would make the aortic dilation get worse, we take blood pressure medicine to keep my blood pressure low. So my blood pressure needs to be low, not normal, and mine typically is normal, if that makes sense. But he is referring me to a specialist, so I'm going to go see someone at UAB, and I don't really know what's going to happen there or exactly what we're looking for, just maybe somebody who can answer my questions better, because I just feel like this doctor has like gone back and forth. Like the last time I was there, he told me that my heart function was fine and it had bounced back. And then this time when I went, he said, well, actually the last time they didn't get good images, and this time they got better images, so it's actually at like 45%. I think it's supposed to be between 50 and 60%. So it's not like it's supposed to be 100%. So it's just slightly weak, and I don't really know what to do to make it better. Obviously, losing weight and exercising. And then he also told me, he kind of explained the importance of exercise. So obviously we all know that we should be exercising, but your girl hates exercising. It's not fun. And that's one of the things I love about keto, is that you can lose weight and you don't have to exercise. And so when we were talking, he was asking how active I was, and I was like, well, not that active except for, work and cleaning the house. And so he explained that for people who are not active, you are not going to detect that something is off about like your heart or your breathing and the way that you feel until it's really bad. Because if you're not very active, you're just not going to notice that something is off until it's progressed to the point where you have symptoms when you're like laying down trying to sleep, which is like what happened when I went into heart failure before. We discovered that because when I lay down and try to go to sleep, I couldn't take like a deep breath. And so that's basically what he was saying. If you're not active, then you're not going to notice things until they get really bad and you're like in heart failure like I was before. He also explained that if you are active, then you're going to know like what your typical functionality is. If you can normally exercise at this level, and now when you exercise at that level, you're having problems, then you're going to be able to detect that something is wrong earlier than you would if you have no activity. So what that means for me is that I need to start getting more active and exercising. And this sounds kind of crazy, but I don't really know where to start. Like, I know that you need to move more often, but I obviously have a lot of health issues. And if my heart isn't functioning at its full capacity, then I don't need to push myself too hard. Plus, I have weak knees, because weighing this much your whole life is going to make you have weak knees. And I have arthritis in my back. So, I don't know. This is where I need your help. I need you guys to give me some ideas. Like, tell me what you do. I know that I can start walking and I might start, like, trying to climb the stairs, but it's not fun. So I have a hard time making myself doing it. But I would just love to hear what you guys do for exercise. If you could give me any ideas, anything that's low impact, or if you know of like a YouTuber or somebody that you watch, or maybe certain videos that you do that are good for like plus size and low impact, then I would greatly appreciate those references. And overall, I just wanted to give you guys an update because so many of you showed so much support and concern in my last video that I wanted to make sure I gave an update on it. So it's not terrible, but I mean, it's also not amazing, and I'm going to be seeing someone else to get more answers. One of the things that I talked about in that video was whether or not we could have kids. And that's kind of where he had a really hard time answering my questions, because I kind of told him, like, my point of view, if, you know, having high blood pressure makes your aorta, puts more work on your aorta and makes it more likely to, like, develop a dilation, then that obviously would be a risk. And he kind of said that the bigger risk is that I would go into heart failure again, and that he didn't really know what the likelihood of me going into heart failure. But of course, if I have another kid, then my heart that's already slightly weak could possibly become weaker, and it might not bounce back again like it did last time. So that's where I am with that. And so anyways, whenever I go to the specialist at UAB, I think is where he was sending me. He said UAB or Vanderbilt, but I think that he actually, like, referred me to a doctor at UAB. So after I go talk to that doctor, I will know more about all of that. And for right now, I'm just going to continue on the train. Like, I'm really doing everything that I can right now with changing my diet and the way that I'm eating. Losing weight obviously is going to help my heart to become more efficient. And of course, I need to start exercising. So I will work on getting some exercise stuff together, and I'll probably do a video on that as well. So yeah, much love to everybody. Thank you for your support, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.